Hey, welcome to 12th grade English, and today we're talking about cracking the college essay because it's something you need to do. I have written so many of these in my life, and I've been teaching seniors, and also I taught college, so I've helped a lot of people really frame what they're looking for. I found the best presentation I could find on this, which is actually by the Princeton Review. They're people who do professional college prep stuff, and I just wanted to walk you through their suggestions and what I have to add to it to help you write a good college application essay. The reason why this is part of the first unit is because a lot of people write these really late, and so they're kind of rushed, but you should be preparing for them over a long period of time. Now, I'm going to tell you what Princeton Review says, which is actually even before we could have started, but we're going to get this going so that if you want to revise these and start really getting them really good by November, which is when most of them are due, most college application essays are going to be due between November and January. You can come to me and get extra help if you need it, okay? Because I want you guys to get into the best school or education that it's available for what you want to do. Now, all that said, this is the one thing I'm asking you to do that I don't think everyone's going to actually need. If you're going to a community college, yeah, you might need to write one. You'll definitely need to write these kinds of essays. If you're going to a technical school, you might need to write these, but you might not. So I know it's not something that applies to everybody, but it's a good skill to have because you never know when you're going to want to go to school. Let's say you have a career and you need to change in 20 years. Maybe you'll need a refresher, but it's something good to practice. I used to teach at a community college where I taught a lot of people who their industry was moved overseas and they had to retrain for jobs in their 50s, which is not an easy thing to do. And I would teach them how to write these essays. So never say never, okay? All right, so cracking the college essay. This was prepared by Mr. Christopher Payne for the Princeton Review. I modified it for you guys in specific for our current conditions. You find both our contact informations there. Why do colleges ask for you to write essays? And it's going to be even more important during COVID because a lot of the other things that we've done have been suspended because some of the colleges aren't taking test scores right now, for example. So you really have to do what you can to stand out. They want to find out who you are and what they can't see from your grades and test scores, particularly if your test scores aren't going to be counted that year. And that might happen. To find unique people who are going to make the campus a better place and more interesting. To test your ability to organize your thoughts and express yourself through words, what you do most in college, actually. I mean, even if you're a science major, you're going to write a lot of field reports and essays. Most important, though, you need to be yourself. You also need to separate yourself from the crowd as honestly as you can, and it's better to start early so you can refine it. What have you been told about writing a good college essay? Just think about it off the top of your head. So here's the do's. Be creative and if you can, funny. Don't be off color, though. Reflect and opine. Essays on easy on the what and bigger on the why. Why did you do this? Why did you care? Why did this happen to you? What did you learn from it? Write in first person if you want. In fact, it's probably advisable. Don't say everything, every detail. If it doesn't advance the story, don't include it. Give it to someone you trust, not necessarily your mom or your English teacher, to look over it for you, particularly if you're applying to something that's different. Now, I'm your English teacher. I'm happy to look over it for you. In fact, I have to because you're going to submit it to me for grading. But you know how it goes. Follow the word count. Not less than the minimum or more than the maximum. If it says between 600 and 800 words, 700 is fine, 750 is fine, 799 is fine. Don't go over 800. Don't go 599. Don't try to be funny if you're just not a funny person. It's awkward. It doesn't help. Don't be shy or modest or too much of a braggart. Just tell the truth and try to make yourself look good, but don't try to make yourself look like God's gift to man because you're probably not. Most people aren't. It's okay. Don't make stuff up. They're trying to know the real you. Don't worry if you haven't done anything amazing. You can make something average important and convey that, and that can say a lot of good things about you to a school. Don't reuse an essay you've already wrote. Don't repeat things from other parts of the application, such as your grades or basic activities, because they've already seen that. Topics that work, topics that don't work. What do they like? Curious, passionate, persistent attributes are attributes that successful college students have. Great success becomes great alumni, and that's what the colleges want. What makes them universally cringe? What makes colleges cringe? Personal information that is compromising to your character. If you wouldn't tell your parents, you probably shouldn't tell your college admission advisor. That's not always true, but you know what I mean, though. Don't, as a general rule. They also tire of reading travelogues. They don't necessarily care where you've traveled. And stories about how you recovered from a sports injury because it's happened to a ton of people. You have to say something unique and interesting, otherwise, they're like, I've read the third rotator cuff injury today. Want to make them groan and just not consider you at all? Rehash your extracurricular activities that you listed at the top of your education, or editorialize on the top news of the day without experience directly in it. They don't care about that. Your grammar will be judged by admissions officers, which, by the way, what's wrong with that sentence? I want you to think about it. It's in passive voice. Admissions officers will judge your grammar. Composition 101. Spelling, grammar, usage do matter. Don't use slang unless it's relevant to the story or part of dialogue. Spelling is easy, grammar is hard. Follow SAT, ACT rules. Put Strunken Right into Google, look up those rules, and it'll really help you. Those are the basic grammar rules. Be brief, be focused, get to the point in 3 pages or within the exact word count as asked for by the school. Proof, and proof some more. Proofread. I've said this in multiple videos. I'm dyslexic and aphasic. I am also a professional publisher. I have to proofread a lot, and sometimes I need people to help me proofread, even though I'm a professional and know all the rules. I don't see them all. It's okay to ask for help. Just do it before you turn the essay in. When should you start writing your essays? Well, ideally, you would have already started. But that's why we're doing this in the beginning of the year. Often, schools put this in the second or third quarter, but that's too late. So here at Kings Peak, we're starting you at the beginning. Research your topics in early summer or in the beginning of the fall if you haven't already, so start doing it now. Brainstorm and sleep on the brainstorming. Jot a list, sleep on it. Don't start writing immediately. Give yourself time. Your brain processes over time. Okay? Write your first drafts late summer, early fall. So, like right now. Put them in a drawer. Sit on them. Edit and revise. Get somebody to read it. Get feedback by October. Finalize, proofread them, and send them out by November. What topics can you expect? Well, this is from the Common Application, so this is the application that a lot of schools use. Evaluate your specific experience, achievements, and risks you have taken, our ethical dilemmas that you have faced, and its impact on you. Discuss some issue of personal, local, national, or international concern and its importance to you. Indicate a person who has significant influence on you and describe that influence. Describe a character in fiction, a historical figure, or creative work, as in art, music, science, etc., that has an influence on you and explain why that has an influence. A range of academic interests, personal perspectives, and life experience add much to your educational mix. Give us your personal background. Describe an experience that illustrates what you will bring to diversity in the college community, or an encounter that will demonstrate the importance of diversity to you, or a topic of your choice. These are the college common application essays. All right, more topics. What would you write? Rutgers University has a vibrant community of people with a wide variety of backgrounds and experiences. How would you benefit from and contribute to such an environment? Consider such variables as your talent, travels, leadership activities, volunteer services, and cultural experiences. That's from Rutgers. Tell us about a person who has influenced you in a significant way. That's a Princeton essay. Why is UVM a good college choice for you? That's from University of Vermont. Describe your reasons for selecting Loyola College and your personal and professional goals and plans for after college, Loyola College. Now, make sure you tailor this to the college. You need to know about what the college you're picking to and why you're going to there. After all, this is one of the most important decisions you're making in your life, and it's a ton of money. Even if you're being paid for you by scholarship, someone is paying a ton of money for it. Give you some more examples. How would you describe yourself as a human being? What quality would you like best in yourself, and what do you like least? What quality would you like most to see flourish, and which would you like to see wither? That's from Bates College. To learn to think is to learn to question. Discuss a matter you once thought you knew for sure that you've since learned to question. That's Bryn Mawr College. In your opinion, what is the greatest challenge your generation will face? What ideas do you have for dealing with this issue? That's College of the Holy Cross. You have just completed page 300-page autobiography. Please submit page 217, University of Pennsylvania. That one's mean, but it's a real example. Okay, what ifs? What if your personal statement is optional? Some schools ask for it, particularly in graduate school if you get that far. What if you're asked to write a very short essay? What if I have a choice of essay? What if one of the choices is topic of my choice? And what if I'm asked for my favorite things? If you're asked for a what if statement, even if it's optional, do it. What if I'm asked to write a short essay? All the same rules apply, just keep it short. In fact, it's a little harder because you have to be more precise. What if I have a choice of essays? Play to your strengths. Are you a very creative person? Do that. If you're not, pick the one you feel comfortable writing. What if one of the choices is topic of my choice? Don't get tempted by this easy way out. They will know if you're recycling an essay. What if I'm asked for my favorite things? Tell them the truth. Don't tell them what you think they want to hear, because everyone else tells them what they think they want to hear. You want to stand out as an individual. If it occurs to you that they want to hear it, it's occurred to 1,000 other students. All right, brainstorming session. Just follow these instructions. All right, let's review. Be yourself. Stand out from the crowd. If you're funny, be funny. If you're not funny, don't try to be. Start early. And we're going to do one of these, okay? Actually, we're going to do two of them, I think. And you're going to pick which colleges you're going to do, because I want you to actually be able to use this process to create essays that you can actually use for your college application. All right? We're doing something that many of you are going to need to do and going to need to do soon. So I want you to do it and get feedback on it from someone who knows how to get people into college and who used to teach college, okay? I know admissions officers. I can help you. Let me help you. All right. I was almost thinking I was on YouTube. I was about to tell you to like and subscribe. Start your stuff. Let's get this going. Let's get this process going so you can get done. Have a great day, guys.